Greetings viewers, Eric the Car Guy here, also known as ETCG1 when I post videos on this channel. And you know what I'm going to say next? If it is your birthday, I want to wish you a very special happy birthday. I thought I'd take a minute before the coming year, or perhaps into the coming year, not sure when this video will actually air, to talk a little bit about Eric the Car Guy in 2017. It's something I've gotten in the habit of doing at the end of the year. I've been doing it for a few years now, and I'd just like to talk about my projections for what's to come. Or what my thoughts are. Now, a year's a long time, but they go quick and a lot of things can happen, at least in my world of Eric the Car Guy. But what's on deck? Well, what I've got planned is I really want to finish the Fairmont project. In fact, I have several videos that are already shot of the project. I've sort of taken a break for the past couple of months due to travel, holidays, and that sort of thing. But I plan to jump back in 2017 and actually finish the car. I'm hoping to have it running by spring. Running and driving, that is, on the road. The things I have left to do are I need to remove the engine and transmission so that I can replace the front K-member and front suspension. Then I need to cut the hole in the floor for the transmission shifter. I also need to remove the interior so that I can install, I'm going to put some sound deadening stuff in there, perhaps Dynamat, perhaps something like that. Also, I want to rewire the car. It'll be a lot easier without the interior in there. And I'm going to remove the dash because I've got a whole new set of gauges from Speed Hut that are going in, and also the HVAC. And I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to approach that once I get inside the dash. You'll come to find, actually, through the course of some of the videos that I've already shot, that I've sort of dumped the idea for AC in the Fairmont right now. Although I have an HVAC system out of a Mustang about the same vintage that does have an evaporator core in it. And if possible, I'm going to install that. I may not necessarily get the AC working right away, but at least I'll have that part of it out of the way. But all that being said, yeah, I've got, as I mentioned, several videos that are already shot with the Fairmont, and then I have several more to shoot, such as rewiring the car and doing the interior work. And I've also considered a roll cage. I'm working on that still. Whether or not that's going to happen. I want it to happen because I know it will provide some rigidity to the chassis, also an extra level of safety. Let's face it, the 79 Fairmont wasn't exactly known for its crash test abilities. And since I'm putting some serious power to it, it would be nice to know that if anything did happen, it wouldn't roll over on my head and smush me. So that's like first thing on the docket. Now, I've been kicking around the ideas of future projects. Last year I got, as you can see, the Integra back there. A lot of people are very excited about that car. Also my pickup truck, my 90 pickup that my dad gave me. Both of those things are awesome projects. However, after everything I've gone through with the Fairmont project, I kind of feel I need to take a little break from projects for a little while. A couple of reasons. First is I just want to drive the Fairmont and just get to enjoy it for a little while. I just don't feel like taking my channel in that direction of always doing builds. I know I did a video about that earlier this year, about the possible future of Eric the Car Guy being build type videos and just basically building cars and trucks and such like that going forward. I'm not necessarily feeling that per se. In fact, what I'd like to do is I'd really like to move forward with fixing it forward once the Fairmont is done. I've initiated the paperwork and I've created a corporation that is fixing it forward. I've applied for nonprofit status, and that is all in the works. And the idea with fixing it forward is to grow it beyond Eric the Car Guy. In other words, involve other shops and other places. But I need to learn how to do that. So I'm going to actually work with some people that have already done this type of charitable automotive work and work with them for a while to learn how they do things so I can learn how to better move forward with fixing it forward. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time with that. I'm also going to be doing some more work with Pull Apart. We've come to an agreement, and I'm going to be doing a lot of work with them in the coming year. Now, that's not necessarily going to be ending up on my Eric the Car Guy channel, but it is something that's going to be taking up my time. So Eric, once you finish the Fairmont, what are you going to do, and how long are those Fairmont projects going to run for? Well, that's an excellent question, and I would say my best guess as far as Fairmont videos, as I said, I'm going to be actually doing the work and hope to finish the car by spring. Traditionally, we're running about 3 months behind the videos that are shot and the videos that air on YouTube on the Eric the Car Guy channel with the Fairmont project. So I've got quite a stock of those, and that's one of the reasons why the past couple of months Brian and I have kind of taken the time off to collect ourselves and work on other things. I imagine for at least half the year we'll be getting some Fairmont videos. I'd like to sprinkle some other videos here and there. I've actually had ideas for videos. I have parts and everything purchased for them, and have had them for some time, but because I've been doing so much work with a Fairmont, I haven't gotten to them. It's kind of up in the air. I'm thinking what I'd like to do with Eric the Car Guy is a little more of those just general information type videos, that appeal to a larger audience, let's say. The audience that I have in Eric the Car Guy these days is a very loyal audience, and they're very into things like the Fairmont project and the work that I'm doing, and I'm very grateful for all of you. In fact, many of you are also ETCG1 subscribers. That being said, well, what I do for a living is I make videos on YouTube, and part of that is getting views on those videos. So in an effort to get more views, I think I'll do more videos catered towards a wider, more general audience sprinkled throughout the year. But with everything I just mentioned and the work that I have coming up, I'm trying to figure out where it's all going to fit in. But the main focus starting out is going to be on finishing the Ford Fairmont, so that is running, driving, and that project is behind me. Keep an eye on my social media if you want to know the latest and greatest with that. Also, monthly reports and updates are also posted on my monthly newsletters, which go out on the last day of each month. All you have to do is sign up for my website and you'll automatically be subscribed to that newsletter, or once again, keep an eye on my social media and you should be clued into that. Also, going forward with social media, I plan to do a little more with that. We've had some pretty successful things lately. I've partnered up with someone who is helping me with social media to try and grow that part of Eric the Car Guy to reach more people and entertain you in new and interesting ways. But mostly, to summarize, we're going to finish the Fairmont and then we're going to dive into fixing it forward. Sprinkled throughout will be some more general type videos from Eric the Car Guy, and from there, I'm just going to see what happens. I have no immediate plans to get started on the Integra or the pickup truck this year. I have no immediate plans, like I said. That could change towards the end of the year as things happen. Also, I've always had in the back of my mind my dad's 51 Chevy that I'd love to work on with him. Now that he's retired, that could be a possibility. So those are 3 projects that I'd love to do, but after all the work I've done with the Fairmont, it's kind of like, wow, that takes up a lot of time and takes up a lot of videos and takes away from some of the other things I could be doing. So I have to really consider carefully how I move forward and with what projects I move forward with. So I'm toying with it. But anyway, that is 2017 in a nutshell. For those of you that, I'm not sure when this will air, but I hope you have a happy and prosperous new year. I'll say that. I hope you also had a great holiday. Aside from that, if you have automotive questions, I ask that you head over to ericthecarguy.com. I'll put a link in the description to that, and amongst other things that I mentioned in this video down in the description, so please go there for that information. Also, Google+, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are places where you can find me socially. Close each of my videos, including ETCG1s, with be safe, have fun, stay dirty. Seriously, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time.